Let's be real, Windows is rubbish. We get random updates that completely break your system, random processes that you don't know what they do, tracking everywhere, and of course, Copilot. Can't get rid of it. And somehow, on my £2,000 PC, it still affects my performance. I just want to play Star Citizen. It's my favourite game. You can see I've got a stick here and a stick, you can't see it, but here. I don't want to fight against my operating system. The performance is terrible when you have all these things running in the background. I don't want to play on Windows anymore. There are so many things in the background that just completely affect my performance. We all know what Linux is. It is the best operating system out there. You can do whatever you want with it. There are no background processes, only the ones that you choose. You get full control, no forced updates, no bloat, and still gaming. There's also a huge problem. I love Star Citizen, but I want to play it on the go. I'm out so often, but I just don't have the time to get back home and play it on my computer. Now, Windows is fine until you actually care about your performance. The updates are fine sometimes, but when you're someone like me who's a developer, it can break so many things. Each program uses so many resources while I'm trying to run one of the most demanding games ever made. I don't want my OS fighting me. That's why today I'm going to try and do it on Linux, but I mentioned about playing it on the go. So now I'm going to give you this bad boy. This is a MSI Katana something. It's got a 12th gen i7, a 3060, which isn't the best GPU compared to my PC, which is a 3070 Ti, but it will do. Especially with all the performance of Linux, it should completely eliminate all of the problems I have. This isn't a meme setup. I genuinely use Linux as the daily driver, and a lot of the time using Steam, a gaming platform. Star Citizen's not supported on Linux, but that doesn't mean that it does not work. Thanks to tools like Wine and Proton, we can run the Windows version pretty much natively, and in some cases with better consistency than Windows itself. The goal here isn't to just launch the game. We want the launcher working, the game installing fine, shaders compiling, and performance that actually is playable. Now, thanks to Star Citizen updating to Vulkan, it makes things a lot smoother because Proton was actually built for Vulkan, if I remember correctly. So I do have Arch Linux on this already, but I'm going to go from scratch. So we're going to shut this for now. Cool. And I'm going to go and wipe my config off of this, and I'll be back. Before we install anything, there are a few things that you need to set up first. I'm not going to waste your time. I'll put commands and links in the description. But at a minimum, you need a modern Linux distro, graphics drivers, and enough storage, because Star Citizen is not small. I use Arch, by the way, but this works on Ubuntu, Fedora, pretty much anything modern, as long as you have the graphics drivers. So first, I'm going to need to install OBS so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I will do that real quick. So I'm now on Linux, and yeah, we're going to be using the LUG Helper script on GitHub, which is linked in the description. This is the LUG Helper repo, and just double checking, yeah. So what we're going to want to do is go to releases here, click whatever's here, scroll down, click this, and you will see this download. If you don't know how to extract this, this is fine. Go ahead, open your terminal, go to your downloads, tar xzf lug helper, boom. And now you have this. So what you're going to want to do is type ./lughelper.sh, enter. Boom. You're going to see this pop up. First, you're going to hit pre-flight check. Press OK. Now, my system is already optimized, which is great. If you don't have 28GB swap, you can easily search up how to add swap to your device. These two here, it can automatically fix this by just pressing apply, and it will do that. So when you have all these past checks, you're going to go and press OK. And now you're going to want to install Star Citizen. Press OK. Pre-flight checks have passed. Are you ready to continue? Yes. Would like to use the default install path? Yes. Now that will download the runner. while I'm doing this, I'm going to clone my Star Citizen data from my PC to my Linux to make this a little bit faster. Now if this pops up, just let it run, it's all good. So now the installation has finished. It automatically creates the .desktop files so you can open it from your launcher. So now you're going to press OK. So now you're just going to go and press quit. And you can exit out of this terminal. Now open your launcher. This will most commonly be the Windows key. Now you can type RSI launcher. You press OK. Now you can see the launcher has opened. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Now I'm just going to go and put my 2FA code in. Now you see the launcher's open. Just press skip. And you can go ahead and install the game. Now I'm going to be transferring my files over, so I will close the launcher for now and I'll verify the files once the file has been cloned. So if you want to close the launcher, you can click up here, exit, and you'll see this white bar, exit, which means Wine has exited correctly. So now the game's installed, as you can see. I believe if you're running on NVIDIA, there is a bug that has a black screen when using Vulkan. So there is an easy fix to this. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. First, you're going to want to open up a terminal, CD into the games folder, which is in your home directory. You'll see there's a Star Citizen folder. You're going to go in there, and you can go into drive_C, program /files, Robert Space Industries, Star Citizen, live. And now you're going to want to do nano user.cfg. User needs to be all caps. Now I'm going to go ahead and open Chrome. I'm going to go onto the LUG Wiki, which will be linked in the description. I'm going to search for user.cfg. If you scroll down here, there's this little preset going on. You're going to want to copy this, go back into your terminal, paste these values. Now you're going to go all the way up. Now, if you go to the home page, you'll see this blackout on Vulkan. Click workaround. So now it says change one of these values to be plus or minus 2 pixels. So for me, I like to set R height to 1078. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to uncomment both of these by removing the hashtags in front. Change this to 1078. Now press Ctrl X. You see save modified buffer. You're going to hit Y and press enter to save it. If you run cat user.cfg, enter, you'll see that your changes have been made. So go ahead and exit the terminal, exit the browser. Now I'm going to go ahead and launch the game. You'll see this warning. Now the launcher is quite slow. You see it seems slow when I'm scrolling it, but it's completely fine in game. Go ahead and press acknowledge. You'll see easy anti-cheats loading up. You'll see this splash screen after maybe 30 seconds or so, and then it will go full screen. If you see this, camera detected, just press no. Now you'll see I'm in the game. I'm going to turn my volume down. Now the laptop will get a bit loud, so I'm going to let it optimize the shaders as you see in the bottom left, and I'll get back to you when that is done. So now my shaders have finished optimizing, so you can see that because the green text is gone. So what I'm going to do now is press enter Star Citizen Universe, and you can see I'm connecting, authorizing, and now I'm loading in. Now the first play might seem a tiny bit laggy, but it's okay because your hard drive will get loads of caches from the game, which will make your gameplay smoother. I'd say about half an hour in, depends how far you travel in the game, but it seems to work really well, a lot better than it would on Windows, that's for sure. But yeah, so now you can see I'm in. I'm gonna get out of the bed. You can see it's already running pretty nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and change my FOV. As you go around, you'll see things might look low quality, but then they finish, I'm going to say building, and then they'll be in your cache. So now I'm going to call in one of my ships. We're going to go for the Hornet Ghost. I'm going to go to my hangar. You can see it's working pretty well. here's my ship in all its glory. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into my ship, and we'll see how well it's running. So I am using a trackpad, but as you can see, we've taken off. We can go into third person. You can see it's working fine. Obviously things are still going to be baking in, so got to give it a sec. Well, not a sec, but yeah, you got to give it a bit to optimize itself. So I'm going to do the biggest test of all and go to Orison, because if you play Star Citizen, you'll know that Orison is one of the most buggy places. Yeah, it's running fine, I'd say. Yeah. So the space station's down here. You can see Orison's running fine right now, but obviously I'll have to do the walk around test. Just gonna fly in there. Nice and steady. And we're in. It's performing about how you'd expect it to run on a laptop, which it is doing more than I'd expect. It's great. Even look at all these lights. It's running really well, especially for, you know, a Linux laptop. No one ever thought this was possible. So I'm just going to quickly store my ship and we'll take a walk around Orison. This looks beautiful. It's running really nicely. Now the shuttle is here, so we're just going to get on. I'll wait for this guy to get off first. Be nice. It looks really nice. And here we are, in Orison. Now it's actually running nicely, specifically for, you know, it's Orison. Doesn't even run well on my computer, and it's running about the same. So yeah, that is the gameplay. It's working perfectly fine. Obviously in space it's high FPS, very good. But yeah, if you need any assistance, you can always check out the wiki or make a comment and I'll try and get to it. So yeah, thank you for watching.